is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going. What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with a quick rumor video. As you know, I really don't do the rumor videos. I usually do confirmed trades and stuff. But some of them are interesting. Some of them are exciting. Some of them are fun. So there's nothing wrong with having a little fun on the channel. But you look at Joakim Noah, a guy that barely made it back into the NBA last year, showed that he can be still a great teammate. He still has something left in the tank because he didn't really play that many minutes last year, but he was productive in Memphis when he did play. So I understand a little bit of why this could be a move that people wouldn't like or really wouldn't care for. Because at the end of the day, Joakim Noah isn't the old all NBA All-Star caliber player. You look at his numbers last year, he played 42 games because he didn't come back into the middle of the season. Um, and he really gave them 16 minutes a game, 51% from the field, 5.1 field goal attempts. I think that's important. 71% from the free throw line, even though he didn't shoot many, he made a pretty good percentage of them, and he always been a 70 or close to a 70% free throw shooter, so that's been consistent throughout his career once he get over 2 attempts. Then you look at the fact that he gave you 5.7 rebounds. That's pretty good considering that he's only playing 16 minutes. He still gave you 2.1 assists, allowing him to impact the game in other ways. 7 points per game. That's pretty good also, considering that he only played 16 minutes. And what I'm saying is, I don't really think this is crazy for the Dallas Mavericks to try to get a guy like Joakim Noah, even though he isn't the defender he used to be. He's nowhere near the player that he used to be. But I can really see Joakim Noah trying to do whatever he can, just like we seen last year in Memphis, to get back in the league. He seemed like he loves to play. He still wants to play, and it seemed like he needs it, honestly and truthfully, when I hear him or see him. And I think that it would be good for Dallas. You lose a guy like Dwight Powell, who's basically irreplaceable at this point. They don't really have a guy that can come in and feel what he does and put the pressure on the rim and really forces the defense to pay attention to him, because he's always a threat around the paint, and he's so uber athletic that he can catch damn near any pass you throw up there, and he can finish. It's unfortunate that Dwight Powell ended up getting a Achilles potential tear, which is very, career changing. And the fact that they just paid him, it's good that he got his money, but it's also bad for the Mavericks because now they got a guy that can't even contribute and play for the rest of the season. And he was a perfect fit alongside Luka Doncic, who him and Porzingis really found ways to destroy defenses consistently, and they have been one of the best offensive teams in the league. And Dwight Powell and Luka and Porzingis is a big part of that by always forcing the defense to pick their poison and give up something. And Luka has been able to make the right pass or make the right play in general, whether it's scoring, whether it's lobbing, whether it's kicking it out, or just keeping the ball moving. I feel like Luka IQ, along with Rick Carlisle, really simplifying the offense of the Dallas Mavericks. And even though we know that they don't have the greatest role player, they don't have the greatest team, they still have maximized the type of talent that they have. And it does take a lot out of Luka because he has to do so much to really get this thing going and really consistently go out there and play. Best part about it is they're not running him into the grave. Luka Doncic isn't one of the league leaders in minutes when it comes to playing 37 or 40 or above. He's at a decent level of minutes. So when I look at this Joakim Noah potential pickup, I do see a guy that can fit. Joakim Noah is a great screen setter. He has always been a great screen setter. Joakim Noah is a guy that can do dribble handoffs. He can handle the ball a little bit. He can operate as a guy that can be a passer in that center position, being able to, set the screen and get the ball and finish, or make the right pass, or dump it off, or lob it. Joakim Noah can make those reads and he can make those decisions. Plus, we all know Porzingis isn't the greatest rebounder. One reason is because he's always in the paint. Always on the perimeter at the 3-point line. So that's a big reason why Luka has been able to average as many rebounds as he can because Luka is always closer to the basket than Porzingis offensively and defensively because Luka likes to get to a paint a lot this season, which allows him to get offensive rebounds, which allows him to crash the defense or even on offense. I mean, it allows him to crash the defense. And, once you help or once you give up that rotation, somebody's going to be open for the rebound or somebody's going to be able to creep in there or somebody's going to have to box out. If not, that allows more rebounds. And I think Joakim Noah, a guy that can prove in last year, he can come in and not be a distraction, come in and not be a cancerous person, just be a winner. Do whatever the coach and the team needs you to do and perfect that role. And Joakim Noah has done that throughout his whole career, even in college, knowing that he's not a superstar, he's not a franchise player in college. And coming to Chicago, he was a decent player that understood his role, understood what the coach needed him to do, and he just went out there and did that, and that got him all-star appearances and a Defensive Player of the Year. Plus, he also led the NBA in assists as a big, which you didn't really see coming until he did it, and he still showed signs that he can still do those things with the Grizzlies. And I was a little shocked that he couldn't make a roster in the summertime because there was a lot of people needed that big spot to be filled. A lot of people was looking for bigs that can be on the cheap and on the bargain. And Joakim Noah was one of the best ones last year. And I thought the way he played and the way he carried himself, I thought that he would be a shoe in. But he is older. He has age. He's no longer the same player, but he still know how to impact and make the right decisions and impact winning. And I think that that's something that you can't take away from him. He still has the IQ. He has a decent amount of athleticism left and decision making, and those things that you can't teach. Dwight Powell, he knows his role, but Joakim Noah can really give them more diversity offensively than Dwight Powell possibly have done. And I'm not saying he's an upgrade, but I'm saying that if you're going to start Maxi Kleba and now you really don't have a backup big because Dwight Powell is gone for the rest of the season, now you can get a guy that can give you those 15 to 20 minutes and be productive with the rebounding, with the passing, with the screen setting, and really, you won't be missing as much because you're not going to pay him really nothing compared to once they lose the money through the taxes. Joakim Noah is going to be playing basically for a couple 100,000, and he has been able to he has been showing he has the willing to show that he's able to take that type of money just to have another chance to play in the league for another year. And he got picked up around the All-Star break last year, and now that Dwight Howard's off the table and other bigs have got picking up lately, he is one of the biggest ones left that can still play at an NBA level, and hopefully he stays ready, stays in shape because he never announced his retirement. He never said that he's done, so that means he's still trying to get another opportunity to play in the NBA. And for him, Dwight Powell going down and him being a guy that can really impact and diversify your offense, I think he'd be a good fit for this Dallas Maverick team because he can do some of those small things and fall on the floor and fight for the rebounds and do some high post passing, some pick and roll passing, and just pick apart defenses. And it gives Luka Doncic another dimension that he really didn't have with Powell. And I think that that's something that can really make this team a lot more interesting and a lot more, watchable because you really want to see what Joakim Noah can still do. He's a player that brings a lot of excitement, gives you a lot of quotables, and he goes out there and play hard and do whatever he can to help the team win. And that's what you want is a winner, a guy that's willing to do those things. And Joakim Noah can still contribute that way. But I was very impressed with Joakim Noah last year. I was impressed by the numbers. I was impressed by his play. I was impressed by his professionalism. And I think that he can bring this to Dallas. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think that they should wait for somebody else? Do you think that they should just go with Kleba and play Porzingis more at the 5? Or do you think that they should pick up Joakim Noah because he is still a solid center? Not the greatest, not the best, not a franchise-changing player, not an all-star caliber player, but a role player. And that's what Kleba is, and that's what Dwight Powell is. Guys that know what they can and can't do and play their role on the team and impose their will. And I feel like Noah can still add a little bit of that to this team. So at the end of the day, this will be interesting if it happens. It will make some type of sense if it happens. And you got to pick what you can pick up and try to keep the team as healthy as you can as the season is coming to an end. It looks like the Dallas Mavericks are a lock to make the playoffs right now unless something drastically happens that knocks them out because they so high above the A seeds in the Western Conference that something dramatic will have to happen for them not to make it. But Rick Carlisle is an offensive genius. He's a championship coach. You can basically give him anything and he'll find formulas and ways to win with it. I know they missed the playoffs the last couple of years, but they didn't really have the personnel. Now they have a decent personnel and they overachieved so far this year. Even though Luka missed some time and Porzingis missed some time, they still have a chance to have home court advantage in the first round despite those things. And just adding another big will be important. And I think Joakim Noah can be a guy that can do that for them. So let me know what you guys think. Like the video, subscribe, comment. I read every comment. I respond to comments. And also, thanks for watching. Thanks for checking out the video. Thanks for liking the video in advance. And thanks for the support for buying the merchandise to consistently check on my videos every time I upload. I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. And I'm happy to make another video for y'all. And we will see who they pick up now that Powell is gone for the rest of the season. We'll see if they go with somebody younger, will they gamble on somebody, or will they go for the steady veteran that has been around the way in Joakim Noah.